Yo, Sunday night live stream time. The Warriors lost. Not happy. That's why I'm delayed. I was waiting to finish the game and then we just lost anyways. And then here we go. Drinking a Sprite, Pepsi. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description if you'd like to partner up with your boy. Need a little caffeine boost, dude. Sue me. You know? My lawyers are on standby. So that's that. Okay. We'll talk NFL, right? Niners did their thing. We all know that. We're gonna talk some bobbles and giveaway stuff. We're gonna talk about downtown Disney. And I put on the thing up there, it says enchitification. So change that C to an S, and that's what I really mean. But you guys know I'm family friendly, dude. You know, we're keeping it family friendly. I don't know, bro. Dude. Yeah, dude, I don't know what's going on here. And that's that. I hope you all are having a wonderful, tremendous night. Hope everyone's night is going tremendously. Hope it's the best night you've ever had. I hope it's the best Sunday night you've ever had in your lives right now going on. Okay? That's what I hope. I hope that for all of you. Bay Area Throwbacks is here. JD's here. Keeping the faith. Okay? Angel, what up? Kevin, what up? Kansas City Chiefs are eliminated. What up? Should have kept Alex Smith. They made a mistake. They made a mistake going with Mahomes, dude. Tried to tell him. You know? You got to live with that. You got to live with that decision. Okay? What is going on with this? Sorry, I'm over here just trying to figure things out. Trying to figure out my life here. What else is going on, dude? Before we jump into it. I don't know. The Warriors just, I don't know. Turns out we suck, I guess. Turns out we suck. And I don't know what to do about it. You know, I'm not happy. I just want Steph to have, ride off into the sunset. Want his last, little bit, his last hurrah to be a good one. He just dropped 48 points in a loss. And I'm supposed to just do a live stream like nothing's wrong, dude. Rob Reiner and his wife were just murdered in their home, apparently by their son, who stabbed them to death, and that sucks. Rob Reiner was awesome. Thoughts on Diaz to the Dodgers? Oh, we can get into that. I forgot about that. Yes, I got the Kruko bobblehead right here. I just used that as an example of we'll talk bobbles. And basically, we're going to... some of you guys were already in our discussion in the Discord, so we've already had this discussion. But I'm going to go over like some of the giveaway stuff for the Giants coming up this next season and my thoughts on that. I don't know, dude. The Warriors just like they don't have a second killer, and that's the problem. You got to have at least two, dude. You got to have two. They don't have it. It was supposed to be Jimmy Butler, but he just, if it's not the playoffs, he's just like, whatever, dude. Thoughts on Diaz to the Dodgers? Look, I think every good player that signs with the Dodgers at this point is a coward. That's what I think. But then again, the Mets are just like the Dodgers. They're trying to, they're willing to spend as much money as it takes. They just their whole ecosystem and infrastructure is nowhere near as good as the Dodgers. So they suck at it. So they just throw money into the abyss just to get burnt up, in the atmosphere. Whereas the Dodgers, actually, they have an incredible organization and farm system and everything. Player development, all that. So they're way more successful than another team like the Mets, who will throw money at it without throwing money in the right places, I guess. But yeah, I think, obviously I've said this a million times, but my hatred for the Dodgers is two-pronged. I'm a Giants fan, so I hate the Dodgers. That's that. But then as a baseball fan, I hate the Dodgers also, because of what they do to the game and because of their inherent privilege. And I hate that. I hate privileged places, people, and things. I don't hate him. I just acknowledge it. Like I said, I just want the fans to acknowledge that it's not fair and you are privileged as a fan. If the fans just would admit that and not gloat so much, it wouldn't bother me as much. And with that said, I will say I'm just as angry at the teams that don't even try, that are just, using revenue sharing and whatever else. I don't like them either. I think they're a problem too. So I don't think the problem is just the teams overspending. I also think it's the teams underspending. Again, I hate the ownership of every single team. There's no ownership that I'm like, yes. None. Zero. I don't think the ownership needs to exist in its current model. And that's that, dude. Talk to my lawyers. But signing with the Dodgers, yeah, it feels like a coward move. I don't know why KD gets so much crap, and then these other players, they can go to back-to-back champs, and it's fine. But I understand why he would go, It's not a personal attack. It's more of a baseball attack. Must be Sunday. As John Cena's lost his final match to Gunther, but he got a big ovation. Some wrestlers came out. Yeah, but it's pretty controversial. Paul says, I uploaded more photos from Saturday night. Also more of those stadium photos. Nice. In the Discord, did I miss that? Dude, why is my internet tripping right now? Currently working right now. Got my driving permit last Thursday. Let's go, Jake. Gamer Athletics announces that his childhood is over officially. Sorry to hear that, man. Mine ended decades ago at this point. Decades ago. But yeah, John Cena's last match. I'm not like a wrestling expert. But obviously that's a big deal. He's a cultural icon. But he's not going away. He seems to be thriving in the acting world. So, and Gabe says, I just don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't understand the whole Gunther thing. I don't understand why he always seems to be there. I don't understand why he gets all these opportunities. I think he's incredibly boring. Yeah, so what is Cena tapped, right? Cena tapped out. They didn't even do a ceremony after. He just walked out, bowed, got an ovation, and that was it. Seems kind of weird. Perfect way to have him go out, despite what everyone says, Gabriel says. Gabe's childhood ended yesterday, then I officially became an old man yesterday because my childhood ended when Cal Ripken retired in 01, then Hall of Fame induction in 06. All right, what would mine be then? I had a really dark answer that I was going to say, but I'm not going to say that. Cena tapped out while smiling. Okay. When did my childhood end, dude? Probably something at Disneyland. Some stupid ride they built. I don't know. I have to think about it. So 49ers. Obviously had a great game today. I'm not going to gloat about it because the Titans are awful. They're awful, dude. I think the Titans are 2-12, And I think they're actually worse than their record shows. They're terrible. It's weird because they still have like Tony Pollard and stuff. Like, what's their D lineman? That's really good. They got some talent, and then it's just a drop off. Like, they suck. Now, the Browns, got everyone excited last week with Shador, right? And I was like, is he the truth? Remember we talked about it? And then the Browns got absolutely destroyed today and embarrassed. Which goes to show how bad the Titans are. And then Seahawks came back to win at the last minute. The Lions let the Rams come back. And then who was the other team? Oh, the Bears. It was the Bears beat the Browns, right? So thanks a lot, bozos. Thanks a lot, dude. None of you could help us, huh? None of you could help us in the standings. I hear you. My lawyers will be in touch. Look, Brock, like I said in the Discord, Brock was playing with his food, man. He was playing with his food. He was out there goofing, and made some great throws. And what I would like to see from Brock is to be able to play like that against, higher tiered teams. Because he seems to have to play different, but maybe he was easing back in. I don't know. But the looseness, actually putting it downfield this game is nice to see. I had said before, like last week, I was like, I can't even remember the last time the 49ers aired it out and threw it downfield. And luckily today, they actually started going a little deeper, which was nice. Obviously without Ayuk, it's a little harder, but come on. Kittle's a beast. CMC's a beast. Juice is a beast. Juwan Jennings is a beast. Pearsall's a beast. KB had a nice catch. Just, yeah. Mustafa's a beast. Oh. So, I don't know. Again, we had a weird soft schedule this year. But so did the whole division. So, who knows? The division is super tight, though. We basically have 3 teams all right there. So that'll be interesting, coming down to the wire. But there's a chance that the whole NFC West are actually pretenders, since we all had an easy schedule. We'll see. But yeah, Chiefs got eliminated. Ta-ta there. And Cowboys are right there. What happened in the game, actually? I turned the Cowboys game off to watch the Warriors game. They were 6-6 before this game. Who ended up winning? Wait, why is it not showing me the score? Oh, the Vikings won. Are the Cowboys eliminated? They're like 6-7 now. Did they already get eliminated? I don't know, but it's nice. The Chiefs are out. The Cowboys, if they're not out yet, they're on death's door. We love to see it. Eagles embarrassed the Raiders 31-0. So the quest for 3 wins continues. Commanders beat the Giants. Good job, guys. You got your 4 wins. Enjoy that, Debo. Hey, Debo, I hope you're having a good time over there. Okay? What were you saying? LA Knight should have beaten Cena? Gunther is a good technical wrestler and did exactly last night, breaking down Cena to giving up. Literally spent $1,000 just to see a speech and to see some cool Hall of Famer, and they didn't offer any of that. Feel totally ripped off. I would too. They should have did more, I think. John Cena's still the go after 23 years of wrestling. He had a great career. Yeah, it's an incredible career. And, he's one of the ones that's spinning it off into other careers too. Like, he's obviously super smart guy. Tried to take a breather, only for Gunther exploited weakness. After all those years of blood, sweat, and tears, his body finally took its toll on him. Yeah, it seems like a pretty poetic way for the match to end. How can there be 3 teams that have over 10 wins and then the other division barely has 9 victories? That doesn't seem fair. Yeah, because we all had an easy schedule. Thoughts on the upcoming Street Fighter film? I like that it looks really campy. I like that the character design is pretty true to the game, other than a couple are really weird, like the Andrew Schultz character, but I wasn't really familiar with that. I only played like the early Street Fighters, like the originals. So some of these newer characters I'm not really familiar with, but I saw people were up in arms. I saw the comparison between Andrew Schultz and the character. I'm like, this makes no sense. But Cody Rhodes as Guile looks awesome. I just like that they went straight up like true to the video game with that. So whoa, my computer just like turned off. Oh, we're good? We're good? Okay. That was weird. But yeah, so I don't know. Street Fighter film might be fun. It's not something I'm clamoring to watch, but if it's on streaming, I might throw it on sometime, but I'm not going to go see it. So the 49ers might not make the playoffs based on that. It doesn't seem fair. I know it's crazy. Raiders had number 2 pick right now, and the Giants had the number 1 pick right now. They play each other December 28th, and the Raiders play the Giants. The loser pretty much gets the number 1 pick. You think they're both going to be just like throwing the ball to each other? Here, take it. You guys win. Maybe Jeff Garcia was the last one. What? The last one what? To like air it out? I mean, even Brock was airing it out, a year or two ago. It's just been like a year or so that we're not going downfield at all. I mean, that I see what if you're saying like a constant deep threat, sure. But I just mean in general, like, dude, I feel like this whole season we never took a shot downfield. Broncos are for real. Broncos are for real. And thank you. They're the only team that helped us this week. The only one, dude. Like, you guys beat the Packers. Thank you. That could help us in the wild card. But those bozos in Indianapolis didn't help whatsoever, dude. You know what I mean? Those bozos in Detroit didn't help us. It's like, come on. If Seattle wins on Thursday and the 49ers win out, we get the number 1 seed. Yeah, it's getting tight, dude. It's all these little, like, if so-and-so wins, then blah, blah, blah. And, like, we can jump or fall seeds. Like, all these teams can jump to, like, 1 or fall to freaking 5, 6 with, like, one game. It's crazy. 6-7, 6-7. Is that how you do it? Cowboys aren't eliminated, but they're currently holding the lowest percentage of making the playoffs that are not eliminated. We love to see it, dude. Let's drag it out. Let's drag their death out, dude. I don't want a quick, clean death for them. Just drag it out. I'm fine with that. Pepsi, everybody. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. For some reason, the tie is the same factor as a win. Really? I forgot. Who did they tie with? Dallas Cowboys can't get a wild card, but they're still alive for the division. That's crazy. If the Eagles lose out and the Cowboys win out. Go watch Street Fighter because of Cody and Roman. Oh, yeah. Roman's character looks really good, too. But, yeah, I agree, Gabe. Cody Rhodes as Guile looks so much fun that's what makes me want to watch it. If it wasn't for that, I would probably never watch it. But now it looks good enough that I'll watch it if it's on streaming someday. And that's what I'm sticking to. I'm sticking to that. Jennifer, what up? Broncos and Niners, only for this week, buddy. As a season ticket holder, does it make me a bad fan if I'd rather 49ers be on the road in the playoffs? Tired of paying for it. No, I kind of feel the same way. I'm not going to lie. I didn't even opt in for the playoff tickets. Like, I'm cool. Like if we have a home playoff game and I feel like going, I'll I'll pay for it at the time. I'm cool. Like I'm just done with it. I've always believed that no team with a losing record should ever get to make the playoffs. I I wouldn't mind if there was that rule. If every team in the division has a losing record, no one from that division should make it. I wouldn't be mad at that if they implemented something like that, and then some. I don't how what do you think would be a good way to choose the replacement? Just any better record holder in any division, or I mean, I guess that's the fairest way. But I don't know, because at the same time though, it's like each division has their own schedule, their schedules, right? So some divisions will just have a tougher schedule for a season, and then another one like NFC West right now. I really believe that the reason 3 teams look so good is because we've all had an easy schedule. And then we've had the Cardinals there to just beat up on. Next highest seed. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I was just trying to think if there was like something funner to do, you know? If there was like a fun way to like, I don't know. Reminds me of the Seahawks Saints in 2010. Seahawks had a low seed but got home field. Yeah. Weren't they? Didn't they only win like 7 games or something? Or was that 2010? Or wait, no. I think I'm mixing that up. Who was the team that got in the playoffs at like 7-9 or something? Didn't the New York Giants have a terrible record too in 08? I don't remember, dude. My brain is mush. I'm sorry. Sorry to say, my brain is mush. All I remember is Latrell Sprewell stats. That's the only thing I can remember anymore. What was I gonna say about? I was gonna say something about the Buffalo Bills. I've been looking into Buffalo stuff a lot since I'm going soon. And man, I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. They're gonna wear the red helmets. You know? It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome, dude. And they're playing the Jets, so hopefully they can just beat up on them, you know, and we can just have a ball. Photos are in the Discord and the baseball and the wrestling category. All right, I'll check those out. What if you had a few teams that were all like 17-0 and the rest of the league had a losing record? I know it's super unlikely, but you could have a top 10 team with a losing record. I know that. Yeah. I'm all for an underdog story. There's a difference between an underdog and a team that just sucks. Yeah, no, absolutely. Make sure you bring lots of Hot Pockets. It's going to be awfully cold. Yeah, I got a ton of stuff ready. I got crazy snow socks and boot liners, and yeah, I got thermals head to toe. I have multiple head coverings. I got a big snow jacket. Yeah, I'm ready. I am ready. Now I hope I get a little snow. I do hope I get a little snow. But we'll see. It's getting close where I can start seeing, you know, preliminary forecasts. So that'll be fun. Yeah, I've been watching like some Bills stuff. Oh, there's a new season of Peyton's Places, and the first episode is about Buffalo Bills curse. So that was fun to watch. I love Peyton's Places. Highly recommend it if you've never watched it. I feel like KC made a deal with the devil to win the Super Bowl against us. Now they're paying the price. Maybe. Shot Simple, what up? It's quite annoying how fans bring that topic up every season. If there's a 500 possible division winner, just the way it is. They earn their way in, survive there. For God be with them. What's the forecast projection? Right now, it's a little too early to see, but like, you know that. I mean, you probably experienced it. The whole like, you know, East Coast had the cold front, so they've been really cold. That's kind of all I've seen so far. Let me see if I can get like a preliminary forecast. Because I think some of them will do like 30 days out. It's not super accurate, but Let's see the monthly forecast. 14th. So right now, is that snow? What is this snow? Rain. It's showing rain. Which would really, really make me angry. You know that, right? Right now, it's preliminary forecast is showing rain. But I think it will be cold enough that we can get that down to some snow, right? Hopefully, we'll see, dude. It'll be my luck though to go to a game in Buffalo in January and it's raining, not snowing. That would be right up there with all the other things, you know. That would just be, dude. That would be the story of my whole YouTube channel right there. We just got our first big snowfall yesterday, but it's been hovering around 40 today, but it dropped down to about 20. Okay, dude, it's been in the 40s in California, which is in the lowlands is rare. Rain in 20-degree weather is painful. Yeah, that'll be my luck. Forecast that far in advance is meaningless. Yeah, that's what I'm hoping. So if you guys, I had talked about this before, but when I had the Buffalo trip planned a couple years ago, when I first got like the month forecast, it was showing like overcast, and then each like I would check every few days, and it was like possible precipitation, sprinkles, possible rain, rain, hard rain, and it kept going up, and then it was like a little bit of snow maybe, and then eventually, a week before it was like, oh, dude, the biggest storm we've had in a decade. And then, the whole trip got canceled. The whole game got canceled. They shut the airport and the city down. So yeah, the preliminary reports are not very useful. I honestly, I think the fact that they're showing possible rain could be a good sign, because that could advance up to some snow. Anything you want to pray for no rain, man. You don't want rain. Rain is worse than snow. Yeah, I hate rain. Here in the Central Valley, it's only the 40s and has been overcast and foggy the last couple days. Yeah, the Tool fog has been all over the state. Rather sit in 120 than sit in rain. Man. Yeah, no, I hate rain too. I'll have to get a giant poncho. Yeah, but look, I'm regardless of how it shakes out, I'm gonna be having a ball. That's it. And that's it. Yeah. All right. So I wanted to talk about this real quick, because I'm teed off, dude. I'll try to make this quick because I know nobody cares about this stuff but me. Wait, why did my browser not working? Oh, there it is. All right. They're making a Porto's Bakery in downtown Disney. Porto's Bakery is like a really popular bakery in Southern California right now. It's yeah, there's like a handful of them, I think. I don't think it's a huge chain, but they're all very, very popular. Everyone loves them, apparently. I've never been to it. But they're building this in downtown Disney, and it just God, it makes me mad, dude. Not because I hate Portos or anything, but like, look at that picture. That looks like any generic mall venue in the world. Concept art of Porto's Bakery Lounge. Concept art of Earl of Sandwich, which they're moving. It looks like a generic any outdoor mall. There was another photo of the Portos from outside, because it has this like outdoor area, but I guess they don't have it in this article. But it's just like, I wish, I don't know. I don't even know how to say it, dude. Like, this is just a me issue. I know that people are going to line up. The place is going to be full. It's going to be But like, I don't want to spend thousands of dollars to go to Disney, a Disney resort, be it Disneyland, downtown Disney, all that, and just see generic mall stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know, dude. Like, yeah, it looks nice. It looks nice. I don't want nice though. I make it a spaceship. You know what I mean? Like, make it a pirate ship, dude, and have Pirate Mickey walking around or something. Make it a spaceship and have astronaut Donald on the walls or on flying around. Like, at least downtown Disney used to have like Rainforest Cafe, which is obviously just, it was a chain and it's hokey, it's kitschy, but like, I want that over generic The Grove aesthetic. I don't want it to be nice. I want it to be imaginative. And I wish other people felt this way because I feel so alone. Dude, make it a pyramid and have a mummy come out and serve you your bread or whatever they sell there. I don't know. I've never been to Porto's Bakery. You know what I mean? To make it look like a New Mexico Adobe. Anything, man. I don't care. Just not this generic nonsense. And this is the enchitification of things because this is just cheaper and easier to build. And, you know, it's easy to just put up nice lighting and wood. And it, you know, you don't have to be imaginative or creative or anything. It just sucks. It just sucks. And I feel like, you know, you guys have heard me talk about just my issues with like Disneyland and Disney stuff in general, where it's like, why is everything so generic? And why is, like, they make experiences now and it's just, they just take the movie that all the creative brilliant people worked on and just slap that together for an attraction. Like, make something new, man. Dude, that the Portos looks exactly like every other Portos on every little street that it's on, right next to Panera or Chipotle. Like, I don't want to spend thousands of dollars to go to a Disney property to just see that. And it's like they used to have, or they still have the Jazz Kitchen. It used to be all fun. It was all like kitschy, like New Orleans, like old school New Orleans. And now it's all like cute and trendy. I don't go to Disneyland for cute and trendy, dude. They used to have Rainforest Cafe, ESPN Zone, like all these places that were just like, they were kitschy and unique. And now every spot in there looks exactly like any other mall. Like, if you didn't know any better and you just saw it, you'd be like, oh, this is an outdoor mall in Orange County somewhere, or, you know, in Santa Monica. And I hate it. Can't wait for the Buffalo vids. I love the Rust Belt. Thanks, man. I probably, there's only 2 videos I have planned, honestly, because I won't be there long. But weather permitting, we'll see. But unfortunately, a lot of the stuff I want to do is not accessible during the winter, which really sucks. But we'll see. I got a whole long list of stuff. Rather than not bake and just try to weather the storm with a big ass poncho. Thoughts and prayers to the people of Providence, Rhode Island, Sydney, Australia, and the Reiner family. Yeah, those I don't want to be a bummer, but yeah, the shootings have been bad. Remember when I first went to Portos, I was so lost when it was my turn to come up. So many options, I had no idea what I wanted. So it's got like an extensive menu. I've never been. That's not surprising. The executives that have been hired over the last 10 years from Walt Disney are all coming from the Hyatt Corporation, the Marriott. Yeah, exactly. Do you have it? People that come from high America aren't going to build a spaceship? Typical high-end Orange County storefronts. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just bringing talking to my mom calmed me down. I'm glad to hear that. Porto's is so good. Jenny, get out of here. Get out of here. Everything has to look like a Marriott or Hyatt. I'm with you. It's so generic for those spots in downtown Disney, so when they leave, it's easier to repurpose. Yep, that's another thing. You can stay. Come back. Jenny, come back. No, yeah, that's another thing. I saw a video about this. Maybe you saw the same video, but someone showed how like the fast food places, how they're all generic now. You remember how back in the day, fast food places, you could tell what it was just by looking at the building. And now you can't. They all look the same. Super generic, kind of just modern. And it's for the same reason, because they can just take off the McDonald's logo and slap a Taco Bell logo, paint it Taco Bell colors. Now it's a Taco Bell. So I'm bringing up some serious. Nah, I get it, bro. Yeah, that's Shot Simple. That's what Rye Guy's talking about. I don't know the ins and outs. I know it's terrible. It's kind of crazy that it was caught on camera, but you know, I know you guys in Australia, it's the mass shootings are much more rare than they are here, because we had one the same day, of course. Just terrible, man. Just terrible. Human beings suck. And that's that. You know what it is? Human beings, there's about 20% of us that actually just like realize all the barbaric nonsense is stupid and that we can build a better world. And then the other 50 to 70% that are just like holding us back, because they're still tribal and reactionary, and yeah. And here we are. It's sad, man. Yeah, it sucks. But anyways, back to talking about real problems like downtown Disney. Just kidding. Yeah, I hate the generic stuff, dude. I want to go to downtown Disney. I want every venue to be unique and kitschy and corny and quirky and wild. I want to go into a store and it's like a neon underground world and they sell keychains. I don't care. But make it different. I don't want to see the same stores. I don't want to see the same stuff, dude. When I was down there 2 months ago, I went to downtown Disney. I ate it. I forgot the restaurant. Is it like a brewery or something? I don't remember. But like literally I don't remember because it was so generic. I was like, this could be anywhere. Not a sign of Goofy. Like, I'm not saying it has to be Mickey, Donald, Goofy, like I said, but like, and you could at least jazz it up with that, Dude, make it, like, why Porto's Bakery, dude, instead of the trendy, we're the trendy cool bakery and people line up for us and blah, 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 and everyone's excited when a new one opens because we're so trendy. And then we're going to be sold to private equity soon, and then the whole place is going to go under. Make it like an old school, like 1800s bakery look or something. You know what I mean? Make it look like old Italian bakery. I don't know, dude. I don't care. Just make it something. Like downtown Disney sucks, dude. It sucks. Actually, I'll rephrase that. It doesn't suck. It just sucks it's just not what I want when I go to Disneyland. When I go to a Disney property, dude, I want downtown Disney to be ridiculous, over the top, kitschy, campy. Because I thought it was too like generic and corporate when we had Rainforest Cafe. And now we don't even have that. At least the building's still there, and it's kind of cool how they repurposed it to the Star Wars store because it looks like, a Rebel Outpost. That's cool. I like that. House of Blues is gone. And I thought that was generic, but it was still cooler than whatever. I mean, they made the bowling alley. Bowling alley's not bad. But it's like, isn't this Porto's going in like right at the end too? And it's like, dude, I'm gonna see this generic building right outside Disneyland, like right outside the Main Street train station, dude. I'm gonna enter a turn of a century. Not even turn of the century anymore. Second turn of the century from now, right? We've had one since then. Like, I'm gonna step into this world, and then right outside is just a generic mall. Get out of here. We're not doing it. Talk to my lawyers. Late just had to Warriors season so far. Yeah, I already kind of talked about it, but it sucks. Lego store is still unique. Lego store needs to be bigger though. I think they're redoing the Lego stuff outside. But I went into the Lego store and it was so cramped and there were so many people in there. It needs to be bigger. Needs to be bigger. Average Tuesday over there. Yeah, that's true. 4 hours away. Good. Hate every gentrified neighborhood. They always look the same. Yeah, it's all the same. Still kind of crazy though because it just doesn't happen here. It was our worst shooting since we took everyone's pew pew away. Yeah, I mean, look, one in however long, one bad one is better than us who has, we have at least a handful of those every year, plus a million mini shootings. Private equity stuff sounds like what happened to Buddy's Pizza in Detroit. It happens to like every company now. Happened to Toys R Us, That's the thing. You remember when Toys R Us, I think Toys R Us is coming back, right? Apparently. But like Toys R Us shut down. It was literally because of private equity. It wasn't because they had to. They were killed for profit. So was a lot of these other, I can't think of any examples right now, of course, but it happens a lot. That's all I'm saying. Detroit style pizza. I've still never had Detroit style pizza. I don't know if you have them over there, but our Pizza Huts that were mostly dining all had the iconic Dutch gable roof pitch, so you can see from miles away. Now they're all gyms. Yeah, no, we had that too. So we used to have the Pizza Huts were that. Taco Bells were all this like kind of Adobe Mission style. McDonald's kind of had the Pizza Hut kind of roof as well, and with the play place. What else? I don't know. Now I can't think of any. My brain's mush, folks. I mean, I don't got much longer. I'll tell you that. I don't know. I may think of more examples when I'm trying to sleep tonight, and that'll irritate me. But, Toys R Us was even worse. It was leveraged buyout, which means they were able to take a loan on the company without purchasing it and then apply the losses and the debt to the future company. That's insane. Remember the smell of Toys R Us? It was a smell that was unmistakable. Yeah, I remember too. Man. I do miss those days. I miss those days. Pepsi, everybody, not sponsored, but it can be. Now, if you are nostalgic, the cool, crisp taste of Pepsi has not changed, and it will transport you right back to your childhood. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description, and even the fine folks at Pepsi are in the chat. Let me know. I'm really a consumer. The people that actually bought the company took no economic responsibility for the debt for buying Toys R Us and completely leveraged the company and made it impossible for them to pay the debt. It's crazy, man. The games rich people play, The games rich people play. Look, I hate to... I don't mind the capitalism, mom and pop small business. That's great. Private equity and other aspects of big business, not good. I agree with that. Real quick. All right, just a quick detour. I needed to get this out. I need to get this off my chest. What's up with cucumbers, dude? Can we talk cucumbers for a moment? How do I put this, dude? How are cucumbers the most subtle flavor ever. Like, it's not a powerful, there's no pop, right? It's the most subtle, low level flavor ever. Yet somehow it overpowers everything. Cucumbers, what up? I get this Korean bowl from a place that I like. It's not my favorite Korean bowl, but it's near here. My favorite Korean bowl is from Aria Street Food in San Francisco, but I live in the South Bay, so I can't get it all the time. There's another place down here that has this Korean bowl that I like. It's basically like rice with cheese in it, chicken. They put like a little dumpling or pot sticker thing in there. They just like put a bunch of stuff in this bowl, right? This place puts a little stack of sliced cucumbers. So I usually just eat that whole stack first just to get it out of the way. Because otherwise, the whole thing's going to taste like cucumbers. Yet somehow, it's the most subtle, tiny little flavor ever. It's barely even a flavor, dude. It's one you got to be like, what was that? It whizzes right past you. Yet somehow, if it's in a dish, that's all you taste. What's the deal, cucumbers? Someone explain it to me. So I got my lawyers working on this. They're writing up some paperwork right now. Aria, Korean street food. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. They don't have cucumbers in theirs. I don't mind cucumbers. It's just like, bro, chill. Chill, dude. You're cucumbering up everything. And it's barely even there. It's so weird, dude. It's like a magic trick. I don't get it. That's that, dude. That's that. I mean, dude, I talk about the things other people don't want to talk about, right? You don't hear Kai Cenat touching on this. They don't talk about this on CNN and Fox News, dude. But I do. And that's why Pepsi should sponsor me. Because right now they're not sponsoring me, but they can. Business email in the description. We get the facts out there. Never forget the smell of Blockbuster. I remember the smell of Blockbuster. You know? You don't like vegetables, huh, right, guy? Deep fried pickles I find revolting. I like those. When you burp after you eat a bunch of cucumber, all it tastes like is cucumber. That's gross. Miss the days when bacon was seen as trendy. When everyone would have bacon merch. Yeah, there'd be bacon socks and pins. And it's found out director Rob Reiner and his wife were murdered by their son. Yeah, I talked about it earlier. Sucks, man. Rob Reiner was awesome. I'm assuming mental health issue. I don't know. But, I mean, I guess you don't have to assume. If you murder your parents like that, it's got to be mental health issue, right? Well, I guess unless you were abused, but I don't, whatever, dude. I'm not getting into this. We're talking cucumbers. This is a cucumber stream. We're unencumbered. We're unencumbered with murder and death. We are cucumbered with cucumbers and the overpowering flavor of cucumbers, even though the flavor is barely anything. It tastes like a almost sweet saliva, dude. It's like saliva with a little pop. Yet somehow it tastes everything that gets near a cucumber tastes like it. How, dude? I need answers. My lawyers will be in touch, dude. See you in court, cucumbers. Anyways, dude, whatever, dude. Whatever. It is what it is. It is what it is, and that's, we talk the real stuff. We touch on the topics other people are scared to touch on. That's what we do. We touch on topics that other people are scared to touch on. And I'll make no qualms about it, dude. I'm not going to apologize for it. I'm not going to. Dude, it is what it is, dude. If you want to just be told a pretty lie, go ahead to Aiden Ross's stream. Go ahead to Kai Cenat, dude. If you want the pretty lie, if you want the real, dude, and you want it presented with heart from a sweetie pie like me, then this is your home, dude. Your home. Take off your shoes, dude. Get comfy. Put on your PJs, right? Get a blanket. Curl up on the couch, dude. And we're talking cucumbers. This is cucumber talk. And what else can I do, dude? I'll hold you tight to my loving bosom. I've been on this planet for a long time. I still don't know what a bosom is. But I know that it's warm and comforting when you're there. Talk to my lawyers. He's also got Aquafina water. I think this is the same company, maybe even. So, we could do a whole package deal, dude. Whole package deal. Business email in the description. And that's that. Dude. Blockbuster location still active. Tourist trap, real deal. I think it is kind of a tourist trap, but that's cool. I've seen a bunch of videos there. Son of Rob Ryan, all the resources in the world. Yeah, I live in a small coastal town between Sydney and Gold Coast. I grew up in Southwest Sydney. Southwest Sydney on mines. That's a scary side. Some aspects of mental health that doesn't take much. Yeah. I can't with you. Well, you're going to have to, dude. You're going to have to, or you can talk to my lawyers. It's dude, I made a lot of enemies along the way because I talked that real. Okay? Gabriel hates me. Gamer Athletics hates me. And that's fine, dude. He's my biggest arch rival. He doesn't even watch the live stream anymore. He ignores everything I say, everything I do. It's fine. It's fine, dude. You lose a lot when you keep it real, You lose a lot, dude. But guess what? At the end of the day, still a sweetheart. I'm still a sweetheart. There's nothing you can do about that. Okay? Still a sweetheart, dude. Aiden Ross doesn't have Barry Bonds doing a drag bunt as a figure. Aiden Ross doesn't have this. Now you look me in the eyes and you tell me Aiden Ross is better than me. Now I know these streamers stream all the time, every day, and I only do it for a couple hours once a week. I know that. But it's quality over quantity, dude. Because they're not giving you Barry Bonds, home run king, doing a drag bunt in a starting lineup figure. They're not doing this. Just be real. Be real with yourself, dude. You don't gotta lie to me. You can lie to yourself if you want. But don't lie to me, dude. Keep those lies to yourself. I don't know what I'm talking about, dude. But I will tell you, I got a giant attitude. He's a sweetheart, folks. He's a sweetheart. I just hit my keyboard and it did something to my screen, and now my whole screen's messed up. Guess what? Still rocking though. Still rocking. My taskbar is gone. Everything's gone. It won't right click. It won't do anything. Dude, you think I need you? You think I need you? Undo show browser. No, that's not it. That's not it. Show recording. No. Yeah, dude, my whole screen is done for. Whole screen is done for. It's fine. I didn't need nothing from nobody, dude. I didn't need nothing from nobody. Dude, I don't even know at this point. I know it's freaking. I know it's real as heck though. That's what I know. I know everything I'm saying is real as heck. Is it still streaming? Please tell me it's still streaming. I think it is. I think we're good. Yeah. All right. So, anyways, I'm back. I was at work when the Hawks game happened. Well, you shouldn't have let it happen. Gamer Athletics is just a hater, to be honest. I mean, yeah, that's true. He is. He is for sure. All right, let's talk about dude, my whole stream setup is it like takes up the whole screen. I can't do anything now. It's just it's bad. It's bad. It's bad. My whole thing is it's done for. Wait, what is this? Oh, I just saw an option I never saw before. Dude, look at I'm just doing whatever I need to do, right? Just doing whatever I need to do. I don't know, dude. It's over. It's over. All right. We'll talk about some giveaways. So the Giants did these little drawings to announce their giveaways. I really hope these aren't AI. Who knows? They got the fake Hello Kitty Labubu. I'm on record. Okay, I'm on record saying that I don't understand crossover stuff a lot of times, but I know people really like this, so I hope they enjoy it. I just don't get it, because what does Hello Kitty have to do with the San Francisco Giants? You know what I mean? That's how I feel. Like when the Giants were winning 3 World Series in 5 years and Sons of Anarchy was popular and people would have the Sons of Bochi, Sons of Anarchy type shirts on, I didn't get it, okay? Because what does Sons of Anarchy have to do with the San Francisco Giants? Not for me to say, I guess. But I know people will like this, so I hope they enjoy it, dude. I'm not hating on that, okay? Have a good time. Enjoy yourself. All right, and then we got the Devers, Rafael Devers. Now, obviously, I think this is cool, but at the same time, it's like I feel like he just joined the team, and he's already getting a bobblehead. Hello Kitty wasn't with us shooting in the gym, Bear Throwback says, and that is a very, very apt comment. Yeah, so this bobble looks like it'll be cool. If I happen to get one at a good price, I'll get it. I doubt I'll be at this game, but if I happen to be, I would love to get it, but it's not something I'm clamoring for either. He has to do something with us first for me to be excited. He hasn't done nothing. I'll be there for the Devers bobblehead. He would, right? He would. But yeah, I think it'll be cool. It's just not something I'm really tripping on. Then we got this camo t-shirt. Cool. Pretty generic. His hairstyle though, banging, right? Banging hairstyle. I might be able to do the middle part thing, the middle part look. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out. And then the Grogu bobblehead. This is the one Gamer Athletics is excited about. But you know what I'm going to say, right? What does Grogu have to do with the San Francisco Giants? It's like dude, even as a Giants fan, like I would rather have this bobblehead without the baseball and the baseball stuff. Like, get rid of the baseball stuff. I'd rather just have a Grogu bobblehead, because what does it have to do? He doesn't know anything about baseball, dude. He doesn't know how to play it. They don't have baseballs in that galaxy. It's far, far away and a long time ago, dude. It was probably well before baseball was invented. in the 1850s, 1860s, way before, far a long time ago, far away. Like Grogu doesn't know nothing. He don't know ball, dude. Grogu don't know ball. But look, that's me personally, dude. If you're a Mandalorian guy, I love the Mandalorian. If you're a Mandalorian guy, you like Grogu, dude, enjoy. It's just, I'm not tripping on it. That's all. I ain't tripping on it, dude. Now, if Grogu wants to play second base for a little while for us, if he wants to play second base or shag a few balls in the outfield, maybe I'll change my tune. But until then, what's he got to do with the San Francisco Giants? Coughing. Yeah. Hello Kitty seems more Dodgers than it does Giants. They do a lot of stuff, but I think Hello Kitty does stuff with like every team. Rumors of the Giants are open to trading Eldridge already. I think the Giants are just tired of their prospects not panning out, so they're trying to like actually get value for them at this point. Maybe, I don't know. Won't be there for Adamas bobblehead. Really like the Adamas one. Yeah, I like the Adamas one better. I have a ticket for the Baby Yoda one, but I'll be trading that one for a different ticket. Personally, don't care about Star Wars or Baby Yoda. See, there we go. Nah, I mean, look, it'll probably be a cool bobblehead, but like, all right, just slapping two things together. Sure. Pride Night fireworks. So we're gonna have rainbow fireworks, I guess. I don't know what the difference is. I don't know what fireworks, how you adjust them. I would think a drone show you could do some really dope stuff for Pride Night. But fireworks is just, explosions and colors. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what they do. And then the soccer jersey. I really like this. I don't really like that the sleeves are black as a jersey design, but I really like the design overall. I love the little patch. I can't wait to see it up close. But it's also a giveaway jersey, so it's not something I'm super trying to get. Like I'm not going to try to get it because yeah, it's just I'd rather just buy an actual jersey and it's full quality, cuz I just always think of these giveaway jerseys as super thin and bad, bad materials, bad quality. But the design is really cool. I think it's fun. If it was like all cream with just the black collar and black and orange trim, I think that would be a better look than the sleeves. And then K-pop fireworks night. I guess they play K-pop music while they do it, because otherwise, like I said, it's just colors and explosions. I don't know how you make that K-pop, but it's got to be the music, right? I'm assuming. I don't know anything about K-pop, so. What is this? I didn't even look at this one. Youth patch hat. Okay, so it comes with patches, or you have to buy the patches. I'm assuming it comes with patches. But how many patches do you get per hat? I don't know. We'll see how this works, but that seems fun for the kiddies, for the kiddos. Seems cool. And then a Mother's Day quilted tote bag. The graphic looks like it's probably hiding a Giants logo here. I honestly didn't think she was the best casting for Catwoman. I know this is controversial. I actually liked Zoe Kravitz as Catwoman, and a lot of people for some reason hated her performance. I thought she was a good Catwoman. Michelle Pfeiffer to me is still the best, but she wasn't bad. But I guess now she's modeling the quilted tote bag for Mother's Day at Oracle Park. The Nolan trilogy is obviously amazing. I don't know. I think a Catwoman is more like just kind of like petite and athletic, and I don't think of her as really like petite and athletic as much. I feel like she's a taller model type. But she did all right. Chain hat. I don't hate this idea, but again, it's a giveaway hat, so I don't expect a lot of quality from it. But I don't know, it'd be kind of fun to get one just for the chain. I'll use it for something else. We'll see how good it looks. And the Valkyries jersey. So I think this is awesome. Um, Again though, the quality, I wouldn't really be tripping on it. I don't know. I don't know if it's unisex. I I can't tell what this person in the front how they would identify. So I don't know if it's supposed to be just women's jerseys, just for the ladies, or yeah, because the way this image is looking, it looks like the cut is more of a women's cut, but maybe not. But I love the design, super cool. And I think we said in the Discord I would love a Giants hat in these colors. Valkyrie's violet, um, with like the gold outline on the SF would look really nice on a black hat. So this will be really cool, and hopefully Valkyrie's players are there and they make it a whole thing. I'm sure they will. And then this is fun. This is fun. Brandon Belt Aloha shirt. They got the Captain C. If you guys remember, he took black tape and made a C on his jersey to say he was the captain. It's got like the baby giraffe on there. It's got the World Series patches. Um, they should have had like some pasta for the Olive Garden. Oh wow, I didn't even notice this. Bay Area throwbacks. Look over there. It's got the splash hit. They're bringing back the splash hit logo for this. I just got a hat with that patch. That it was from the this All Star game actually, 2007 All Star game. They introduced the splash hit little alternate logo thing, and they hardly ever used it for anything ever since. But yeah, this is cool. So I'm assuming Brandon Belt, as your Brandon Belt Celebration Day. I don't know all what they're gonna do, but I love the captain. Him and Clay. So that'll be fun. This is definitely a game I would love to try to go to because I love Brandon Belt. Youth flip up glasses. It's fun. Fun for the kiddos. Those were always cool to me as a kid. Opening night. So we got opening night at home now. I think we did last year too. For years we would never open at home because it gives you an advantage later on in the year. If you don't open at home, the trade off is when you have opening night, MLB opening night, especially against a marquee team like the Yankees. It's just a big moneymaker and a lot of attention and whatnot. So that's kind of the trade off. To me, I kind of like opening on the road better just because we get, I think you get to end the season at home. It's favorable. Opening day pin, commemorative pin. I don't understand what this is supposed to mean. I don't know if I'm missing a reference or just my brain's not working. But like a rose for opening day, I don't know, but I think it's cool. And here's the Adamas bobblehead, sponsored by Powerade, I guess. If it's not, it can be. Business email in the description. This is fun. I really like Willie Adamas and the vibe and the character he brings to the team. And this is kind of a perfect encapsulation of that. So this will be a fun bobble. Again, not something I'm going to like fight for, but if I see it with a good price or whatever, I get my hands on it, I would be happy. I'm just thrown by these fake AI generated drawings that look so generic and weird. Yeah, they've done this in years past. So part of me hopes they're not actually AI generated. I haven't really seen any mistakes in them yet. But last year, actually, there was a mistake that made me think it was AI generated in the Barry Bonds one. So, yeah, I'm not sure. And then the youth reversible sleeve. You got the purple one Willie Adamas likes to wear for the City Connect jerseys. So, yeah, these are the giveaways. We talked about it on the Discord, so I just wanted to bring it up here. Like, I I really wish we would kind of dig into the past more. Um, Bay Area Throwbacks had a great idea of doing like a series of New York Giants players, like you know our boy here. Christy Mathewson, a John McGraw. Bay Area Throwback said he would like a John McGraw in his suit and hat, like in the dugout. Um, that would be awesome. And we were saying, like, dude, Tony Stone. If you guys don't know, Tony Stone was a female pitcher. She pitched in the Negro League. She pitched for, I think she pitched for, was it the Indianapolis Clowns? I can't remember. She pitched for a few teams, but that includes the San Francisco Sea Lions. There is a statue of her not too far from Oracle Park now. So a bobblehead of her, or even like a mini statue replica, like I have here. I have the Willie Mays statue replica from outside the park. Something like this of the Tony Stone statue or a Tony Stone bobblehead, especially with the women's baseball league starting up this next year. I thought it would have been perfect timing to do something like that. Um, that would be awesome. But also, I really think, like, 80s and 90s players, we had a lot of fun years, a lot of success, a lot of postseason trips, a World Series trip. Um, you know, Matt Williams going off, and then the strike ruined everything. We acquired Barry Bonds. Um, we just had a lot of fun stuff that you could pull from, I think. And the 80s and 90s players, a lot of them are still around. So you can kind of give them their flowers now. So I think it would be awesome if they started doing some 80s and 90s bobbleheads. People like Robbie Thompson. I would love a Rod Beck. He's not here to see it, but a Rod Beck bobblehead would be awesome now, in the coming years. And I was two of my favorite players were Royce Clayton and Darren Lewis. And they barely ever get love, so that would be cool. And of course Robbie Thompson, that just a tremendous second baseman for us for a long time. Matt Williams is back with the team, so a Matt Williams like Gold Glove bobblehead would be awesome. Kevin Mitchell 89 NL MVP bobblehead would be awesome. He's still around. Like, celebrate the guy. We lost Vida Blue just a couple years ago, and I don't correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember seeing a San Francisco Giants Vida Blue bobblehead. And the A's have done all right. This one, I got another one somewhere too. But the A's showed him love. Obviously, he had more success with the A's, but he just passed away. And when I did batting practice at Oracle Park, AT&T Park at the time, Vida Blue was there. Like, he worked with the team a lot. So it would be dope if they showed him love. Like, do it in the black, what was it, the black pullover jerseys or something? Like, I don't know. There's a lot of cool stuff you could pull from there. Even if you go back 60s, 70s era, there's so much cool stuff. Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully, hopefully they start doing that more, because it's like, to me, it's like this Willie Adames one, it looks really fun. It looks really cool. I love Willie Adames. But him and Devers to get the bobbleheads, it's like they haven't really done much with us. There's like hardly success. Like, yeah, we've had some fun. Devers started slow, and then he started raking. But I just, I could use. Let's tap into the past a little bit more, And I know these newer players sometimes bring a lot of excitement when you do stuff like this, because the kids are excited about Willie Adames and Devers. They're not excited about a Jack Clark bobblehead like I would be. But it'd be cool to tap into that history. And the Giants usually do a really good job of celebrating their history. But a lot of times they kind of just focus on the same guys. Just it's the Hall of Famers, then like Will Clark. It would be cool if we got some more. It's too bad they didn't know about Jeff Kent going to the Hall of Fame, and they could have did a Jeff Kent Hall of Fame bobble. Maybe we'll get that next year though. Oh, I thought she pitched. They made a Rod Beck. Yeah, I never saw the Rod Beck, but yeah, just like a new Rod Beck would be awesome. kind of obscure one would be cool. Be Ellis Burks, yeah. Dude, Willie McGee? Can we get a Willie McGee bobblehead, dude? Um, yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. A one flap down bobblehead. There's a lot of cool stuff they could do. I would love that. I would love that. I mean, even like some of the old announcers would be cool. I know we did a John Miller. We did a John Miller a few years ago, I think. It might have been longer than that by now. I never got it, but like another John Miller would be awesome. I mean, I would love some more Crook and Kipe ones too, because the one that they have with both of them at the desk, people are selling it for like $250. So I'd love another option. I did put this in the thumbnail. I think I showed it before, but I'll just show it again. I do have the Kruko. I don't remember what year this is from. 2016, I want to say ish. But this is a great bobble. Just a great bobble. You know, you got the pure white jerseys with the 80s font. Just a great bobble. 80s SF on there. Yeah. So I'm just using this as an example. Like, let's keep showing love, because they I'm not saying they never do, but let's keep showing love to some more obscure people. And of course, Kruko's not obscure. He's still an announcer. Like he's still beloved and all that. But there's a lot of players we could kind of celebrate. Lon Simmons bobblehead, that'd be so dope. Dude, like Dusty Baker's back, dude. Let's get a Dusty Baker bobble. You know, they could still make a count. One of the promotions they have given were only for March, June. Oh, I didn't notice that. Good call. Good call. Dude, Jeff Kent Hall of Fame. That'd be sick. Yeah, man. I was just thinking, you know, just thinking out loud, dude. Just thinking out loud. Angel had said in the Discord, a Dom DiMaggio seals, because we got the Joe DiMaggio with the San Francisco Seals. You know? What else? I'm trying to think who I'm thinking of. Mammy Johnson. That's why I was thinking Mammy Johnson when I said Peanut Johnson when I said Tony Stone was a pitcher. Because I feel like Peanut also was with the Clowns. Hold on. Mammy Johnson, Wikipedia. Yep, she was with the Clowns too. That's why. Peanut Johnson only died in 2017. That's like how recent some of this history is, you know? They had a really cool banner of her at Rickwood Field, which was cool to see. I think they had a Tony Stone banner too. I have to go watch my video again. It would be good to do some history ones, because realistically, the team gained a lot of fans in 2010 who probably still don't know much history, so that's a way to get them to learn for sure. Yeah, Jose Uribe would be dope. Dude, Chili Davis, Willie McGee. Those would all be fun. Like I just don't really see them. Like some of those players, they, you know, I don't think they would do, just because like they would just be like, nah, this is not gonna sell tickets. But I think a Kevin Mitchell would. I think Kevin Mitchell, like MVP bobblehead, would. Maybe in like 2029, because it'll be the anniversary. But I hope they think about stuff like that and continue, because, you know, they, like I said, they do a good job. I just want them to continue to do a good job. And I feel like this year's kind of a step back when we had, you know, last year we got Barry Bonds. I didn't like the Steph Curry bobblehead all that much, but we got a Steph Curry, which is obviously like a big thing, you know. We got the Chapman, like there, you know, and that's a Gold Glove one, so that's like, it's an accomplishment. It's like it's cemented in the history, whereas like Devers hasn't done that yet for us. So it's like if I don't know if it was based on an award, you know. But yeah, that's all I'm saying, dude. That's all, dude. You know, what do you want from me? Talk to my lawyers. Yeah. There's a movie called Train Dreams I watched on Netflix. Just came out. Phenomenal movie, dude. Highly recommend Train Dreams. If you haven't watched it yet. It's brutal, brutally emotional, and it's heavy. But oh, it's beautiful. Oh, beautifully shot movie. I can't stop thinking about it. And that's that. It actually, there was a line in it that was so hard hitting to me that it literally inspired a whole idea in my head that I've been formulating the past 2 days since I watched it. And I've been writing stuff, and it's a whole idea I want to do now because of that movie. Powerful stuff, dude. Okay? And that's what I like. I like powerful stuff. I like aura farming. That's what I like. Bill Swift would be fun. And yeah, just let's get some 49ers bobblehead giveaways going again. It's kind of weird too when you think about it, because like bobbleheads are so popular. Like I think it kind of exploded in popularity the last like 5 years, especially. Obviously there was always a big following before that, but it feels like maybe because of social media and stuff, like people have kind of built it into a bigger subset of fandom. And a lot of places or people, whatever, that were not doing bobbleheads kind of brought it back. Like, it just became a thing again. And so I don't know what's up with the 49ers not tapping into that kind of excitement, Especially like you see the Giants doing it, the Warriors are doing it, and I mean, the Dodgers are going crazy. And obviously they're different sports, but like, because I do any of the NFL teams do it? Do they have like an exclusive thing with FOCO or something? I don't know. But for some reason, 49ers need to get back on it. That's all I'm saying. What up, Dave? Happy Christmas. Yeah, dude. Dude, what day is Christmas Eve? Because am I going to have to do a live stream? Oh, no, 21st. 21st and 28th. Oh, I'm going to the 49er game the 28th, so I might have to go live from Levi's. And that's that, dude. That's that. Oh, wait, what time is even the game? Oh, yeah, it's an evening game. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go live straight from Levi's Stadium, dude. Okay? And that's that. That's that. Talk to my lawyers. 11 days till Christmas. Man, it goes by so fast. I want to do some Christmas stuff this week and just like a quick vlog somewhere and just put out like a little Christmas video just for funsies, dude. But doesn't even matter, Doesn't even matter at this point what I put out. I don't know. That game is at 5. I'll be there. Maybe I'll rethink going then. You're going to be there for real? Now I got to try to sell my tickets last minute. We'll see. What time is the game? What kind of fan are you? No, do you understand the amount of stress and pressure I'm under, dude? I have the world on my shoulders right now, okay? Now, usually I just go to primetime games, so I was like, wait, it is a primetime game, right? I just wanted to confirm, okay? I wanted to confirm. You have no idea how many lives I'm saving on a daily basis, dude. And that wears on you. Okay? So if I don't know the game starts at 5:20, 15 days ahead of time, what kind of fan am I? The best kind. Because he keeps it real. I win again. Live from Levi Stadium with a Jack in the Box run on the way home. That's about right. That's about right. It might hit a taqueria. I don't know. We'll see. Everyone's favorite undercover superhero saving lives. Yeah, I mean, look, it's not even undercover. I just, I don't brag about it. But I'm not wearing a disguise. I'm just doing my thing, that's all. All right. What time is it? Feels weird because I started late, you know what I mean? Dude, so YouTube changed their whole, they changed the whole dashboard for going live. And, it doesn't even say how long I've been streaming. So I have no idea how long I've been streaming. That's so stupid, right? It doesn't say anywhere. It literally says nowhere how long I've been streaming. And OBS doesn't say either now. I thought it did. Oh, wait, there it is. Okay, it still does. All right. But why would YouTube not have... They used to have the number right in the corner, and then they just changed everything. Now they don't. And now they're stupid. And now they're dumb. And that's that. YouTube being goofs again. 33 minutes? I've only been streaming for 33 minutes? Oh my God. Oh. Notice guys just need a cape. I'll wear a cape, dude. I'll rock a cape. Dude. What else? I'm going to Alcatraz next week. I'm excited about that. I don't think I'll film anything because, like I said, who cares, dude? Nobody watches. Who cares? I just want to put out some videos before Buffalo, if I can. And then I think I mentioned before, but I got a bunch of history stuff that's almost ready to go. And I'll do that, and that'll be that, dude. That'll be that. Join the Discord, please. Share your bobbleheads and share your collections and your passions and hobbies. That's always fun. Yeah, join it. Have fun. Engage, interact, because Gamer Athletics ignores everything I post in there. And it hurts my feelings. So join and and don't ignore the things I post, and then I'll feel better about things. I had Chinese food today. I had leftovers. You can't stop me. Nothing you can do about it. I have 2 Ben & Jerry's ice creams in my fridge. Nothing you can do about it. You can't stop me. I feel like watching Train Dreams again because it's powerful. It's an amazing movie. Yeah, right? Nothing you can do to stop me. I'm not going to watch it again. I'm going to watch something else. But what else? Yeah, dude. We're living, dude. Dave Wayne says, my Buffalo Bills won. They did. And you look, I'm getting scared because I don't want them to get a home playoff game. Because I want to go to the last game. So I will be there January 4th in Buffalo, freezing my tush off. Look, I'm willing to lose up to 2 toes with frostbite. Up to 2 toes. That's my limit, though. If 2 toes are dead, that's when I'll go home. Okay? That's when I'll go home. 2 toes is my limit. It's over an hour ago. You're probably watching on TV and it doesn't update while you watch. Um, well, no, I got it. So I have the dashboard, the YouTube Studio dashboard, and it used to just have the time in the corner, and now it doesn't. Because they just changed the dashboard for some reason. So it does say the time I started right here, so I guess I could just do the math, but it's still annoying to not have that. Seems like such a mistake. Come Monday, back on the diet. Well, I'll be honest. I'm making excuses, but the Chinese, I've been spacing it out. I've been portioning it out, and I typically still only eat once a day. So even though I'm not eating the best stuff, I'm not going crazy. Oh, I missed that. I know there have been Bay Area throwbacks. I know there have been NFL ones this year, so they definitely can. Rams had an Aaron Donald. Did they? I missed the Aaron Donald. I didn't know they did an Aaron Donald. That's cool. And chitification, that was about El Portos. So change the C to an S, and that's what I really mean. But I'm family friendly and I'm a sweetheart. It is a term about how places will. I was gonna go more in depth and I didn't, but it's private equity and profit motive will basically over time ruin things and make them worse. Is what that term means. And so basically, yes, downtown Disney, I think over time is getting worse. Aussie merino wool socks. I think I have some. I have a whole bunch of snow socks. AI is the way of the future, and everybody's making money downloading their new. Did AI just take you out before you could finish the sentence, Dave? Teach me how to make money because I am poor. I'm very, very poor. All right. Here's my last very important topic for all 11 people that are here. Big crowd. AI music. Oh, okay. AI music. I have shirts that I've been designing. I've talked about this a lot. I've shown the shirts. I've worn them. I was wearing my candlestick shirt in the Modesto Nuts video. And I was hoping to have them out by now. I was hoping, but I'm a perfectionist. I can't find exactly what I want. I can't get the shirts exactly how I want, and that sucks. So I am, because I'm my own worst enemy, and I always let perfect be the enemy of good, right? I am making a compromise, and right now I'm getting samples of the shirts, and if it's good enough, I will finally try to put these shirts out. I have a whole series of them. Okay, the first 2 will be the ones I've worn, the ones I've had samples of for the last almost year, getting close to a year. Candlestick in the Oakland Coliseum. Of course, I'm going big, right? I'm starting off big, but after that, there's gonna be some cool stuff. Okay. I mean, we're talking Kezar Stadium. We're talking the Cow Palace. We're talking about Rich Stadium, a.k.a. the Ralph, a.k.a. Highmark. Okay? And much more. So, if you guys want cool fashion-style shirts that show love to your team and your venues, dude, I'm your guy. But, I'm excited about it. At the same time, I'm a little scared because everything I've ever done has been a failure. So I'm just afraid that nobody's going to buy any of the shirts, and then it's just another failure on my resume of failures. But look, I'm going to try, dude. And I'm passionate, and I love it, and I love the shirts, dude. If you watch the Modesto Nuts video and I'm wearing the candlestick, I love that shirt. I think it's awesome, dude. I think I nailed it. But, getting the world's attention is not easy. Especially when you keep it so real. Right? You keep it too real. Right? These are my people, and this is my town, and this is my water, so don't you come around, or whatever. I know it seems like the ramblings of a madman, but all this stuff makes sense to me. And that's what matters. Aquafina, folks, keeping this live stream going. Not sponsored, but it can be. Business email in the description. If any of the fine folks at Aquafina are here. And any of the 12 people work at Aquafina and you'd like to sponsor your boy. You cop some, Dash? So I might not have the upfront money to get them done, so I might have to do a pre-order. And the pre-order will be with the print shop, so it's not like I'm just like, hey, just send me money, dude, and I'll get you a shirt someday. It's literally the money. It's going straight to the print shop so that they know how many to print. I keep it real, dude. I keep it real. But I was hoping, if the shirts were done earlier this year, it would have been really cool because I have a design for Rich Stadium, a.k.a. Highmark, a.k.a. the Ralph. And I love the design. I think it's dope. But I don't have it ready for the trip, which sucks. It would be really cool to have that ready for the trip. But maybe next year or something I can go back to go to Highmark 2 with the shirt. And maybe I could... Dude, maybe if I'm not a broke, unintelligible fool by next September-ish, maybe I can go to their home opener at Highmark 2 and have the shirt, and then it won't be wintertime, so I can actually wear the t-shirt and show it off and be like, what up, folks? Hey, because these are my people, and this is my town. Or whatever. I don't even know. I don't know the lyrics, dude. It's just funny. If you guys go on TikTok, you'll see these guys trying to act tough to that song. Do you know if there's been any talk about another Oakland Fans Fest for this upcoming year? I was thinking about that, and I have not. And that's bumming me out because I was hoping to do it again. I honestly feel like if there was talk, we would have heard it by now. I think we did in February last year, was it? Right? End of February? So like 2 months to plan? I don't know. I am privy to some behind the scenes drama with some stuff that happened last year that, some people felt some things were unfair, which I totally get. They had valid points. So maybe it was that. But yeah, I'm bummed out. If my channel didn't, wasn't dead in the water, I would plan my own. But unfortunately, we're dead in the water, folks. And dude, get your YouTube channel popping. Like, post more of your shorts, dude. Right? People love your shorts. Not the ones you're wearing, dude. Maybe those too. But freaking start pumping out some content, dude. Help. Jeez. Help, dude. I say that as Bay Area Throwbacks has like 4 videos to every video I upload. At least. Maybe even more. He might have 9. So he's putting out a lot more content than I am. So that was unfair to go at you like that. Help, dude. Dude, can we... Look, Gamer Athletics already hates me. Okay? He's already banished me from his channel. His channel has become a propaganda machine against me. So, I can't count on him. But maybe Bay Area Throwbacks and Variety, we can put it together, dude. We'll get Keeping the Faith involved. Okay? We'll all come together and we'll have a YouTuber fest at Candlestick Point. Okay? That's what we'll do. But if I can't get... I used to get like 25 to 30 people on my live stream watching now. And now I get at best 15. At best. This channel's dying, folks. So I appreciate you guys still being here. As you watch me gasp for life. So if I'm losing viewers, I don't know how I'm supposed to do a fest. You know what I mean? How do I do a fest and nobody cares? But dude, Bay Area Throwbacks, you got your collection. You could make a flag out of your jerseys or something. I don't know, dude. And you wave it around, dude. Start a parade. I don't know, dude. It's a jumping off point, dude. It's not a finished idea, okay? Giants are doing a Baby Yoda bobblehead. We already talked about that, Richard. We showed it. We talked about it. Yep. I don't buy anything anymore, so it's hard. Yeah, I feel that. Gabe is the sweet prince. Everybody comes bearing gifts for him. Ah. If everyone just knew how much of an evil warlord he really was. Can you link Bay Area's channel in the chat? Maybe. Let's see. How do I do that? If I put here, wait. Oh, go to channel. There we go. Go to channel. Did that work? Is that clickable? He shows off his collection and stuff. He beat me to a Candlestick Park video. So yeah. Yeah, help him get big, because he has a better chance of his channel blowing up than I do, dude. Nobody, I'm going downhill. He's going uphill. So help him out. I never got views before, but I get even less now. I literally get only like 20. Dude, yeah. Is it just YouTube? Is YouTube just dying or what? Because it's so hard to get views now. I don't get views on nothing. I had a video hit 30,000 last month. The Ghost Town, the last video I did last month, did well. But outside of that, this whole year, dude, in the tank. Yeah, 33,000 views. I put it out October 28th. That's the only video. Every other video has less than 1,000 views except for Cursing the A's Ballpark in August, which I told you guys, since the first 2 weeks, it's only gotten 25 views. So they're definitely scheming behind the scenes to kill that video. Modesto Nuts last game has 957 views. I have 27,000 subscribers and I can't get 1,000 views. I'm not complaining. I'm not, guilt tripping. Just, it is what it is. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. First game in Sacramento, first A's game in Sacramento earlier this year got 24,000 views. Not bad. But yeah, I don't know. YouTube just, I don't know. Bay Area Throwbacks would get the Baby Yoda bobblehead. Oh, no. What? He already said he's not getting it, Richard. Unfortunately. Yeah, man. Bay Area Throwbacks, please blow up so that we can throw a fest. I'm counting on you. Because everything I've done in my life so far has been a failure. And I just, I could use a little alley-oop there. What do you make of the social media ban for under 16s here in Australia? Oh, I heard about that. I don't know much about it. I wonder how many YouTubers the ban will affect. So under 16, so is the ban they can't have an account? So under 16, you can't make a YouTube account and put out content either? Is that what they're saying? Richard, why are you deleting comments, Richard? No, I don't plan to get that one. I'm not a Star Wars fan. Yeah, he said that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I feel like a ban for kids is kind of beneficial, but that might just be because I'm getting old, Because I'm usually not a prohibition guy. I really think prohibition doesn't work most of the time. For a lot of things, it just makes people want stuff more. The difference is like guns. is different because you have to manufacture it, kind of. But like with a lot of drugs, it's not. You don't need a factory to do it. You know what I mean? Um, so it's just like impossible to stop the creation of it. So I just feel like prohibition of stuff like that doesn't really work. Um, but I don't know, man. Like it's weird, right? It's like it's a whole new frontier for us because kind of like what I think is like everyone was up in arms and fearful of television, or music, like rock music was the devil, right? So is it just kind of overreacting to that, like that, or is there truth to it? Because I really, I feel, like I said, maybe I'm just getting old. I could be totally wrong. But I really do feel like social media, there's tremendous benefits, and I love those benefits. I love being able to like connect with people and stay in contact with people I grew up with and stuff that I hardly ever see. But I really do feel like there's a lot of negatives to it. Especially when it comes to just like the perpetuation of like propaganda and like fooling people and all that is terrible. I mean, there's so many people that just don't believe in science. There's flat earthers and stuff. That is all because of social media. It allows the dum dums to get a platform. So I just feel like, I don't know, maybe it's worth doing. But again, I could just be an old man saying Elvis gyrating his hips is gonna destroy the youth. I don't know, man. That's a hard one. No account, can't post, can't consume the content. I mean, how do you stop a kid from just watching YouTube though? I need to just copy Zach Campbell, start making ball hawking videos. You should, dude. And puck hawking, yeah, because they all love you, dude. No, you should. You should. Some people here say it's a push towards digital IDs. Yeah, I could see that too. But it doesn't work. They'll just use a VPN. Someone wants to do something and going to do it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. That's why I'm not usually against prohibition. But I really do feel like kids shouldn't be on social media, really. But yeah, that's kind of the age old argument. Like, is that up to the parents or is that up to regulation? They're all over the VPNs, like trying to stream sporting games from other countries. VPN blocks them. As a teacher, I see the negatives of social media on these kids every single day. I think a ban would be good for kids. Yeah, I think there's like two arguments. Is is uh is social media is a big enough negative that kids shouldn't use it? Which I think probably. But then the other argument is it worth regulating or a prohibition if they're just going to do it anyways? And a prohibition could cause other problems. Sort of like, alcohol prohibition in the United States caused, it gave a perfect platform and avenue for organized crime to grow. So it's like these offshoot problems that happen. I don't know. So there's like two arguments there, I think. And I'm not smart enough to really know. But my gut feeling is that kids shouldn't be on social media. But I don't know if a prohibition would even work or be worthwhile doing. That's where I land. And I'm open to changing that with new information. That's it. There isn't really a way to stop them, but not letting them get their own account slows them. Yeah, for sure. It's silly, but hey, it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you could just put it on the parents, like, you know. I mean, I think, what about YouTube Kids? Like, they can't use YouTube Kids? Because that's the whole point of it. Um, I'll use, like, my niece for an example. Her mom is very, very strict on her usage of, like, her phone and stuff. So my niece had a TikTok for, like, a couple weeks, and then my sister made her get rid of it. I'm like, yeah, I mean, TikTok has a lot of terrible stuff on it. So, yeah, I totally understand that. Um, but at the same time, like the benefits of it, like I loved interacting with my niece in a different way, like leaving comments on her videos and stuff, just like, poking fun at her, which I like to do. But that's not worth her being exposed to all this other stuff either. So yeah, Bay Area throwback Zach Campbell 2.0. YouTube Kids is one of the only few they can use. I mean, that's good. That's good. Because there is some good stuff on there. There's a lot of slop as well, but can't depend on these parents. Too many bad parents. Way too much. Yeah. It's like I was saying about the 2 shootings that just happened, Bondi Beach in Australia and the one at Brown University in the United States. It's just like there's just a much bigger percentage of people that are still just dum-dums, still just tribal, still just ignorant. And there's a percentage of us, and I'm one of the worst, the dumbest of the percentage. So I'm not saying I'm leading the pack at all, but I think I'm in the small segment, like I said, like 20% of people maybe that want to actually build a better future and like are willing to sacrifice and work at it and be involved and active and like actually think like, hey, we don't need to hate each other. Racism is stupid. Science works. The reason we have all the cool things we have is because of science. The reason that most people can survive childbirth is because of science. Like, science is one of the most amazing things that we have. And don't let, propaganda teach you that to distrust science so that they can easily manipulate you to be stupid. And all this, the tribal fighting we have is just so dumb. Like, the Bondi Beach thing, it seems like maybe it was there was like a Jewish, I don't know what it was, celebration, event, festival going on, and it could have been tied to that. So, and it's, when you think of like, Palestine and Israel, it's like, it just sucks, man. Like, these two sides it's just not real when it comes down to it. And it's been thousands of years of stuff like this. And it's just like, just stop. Just stop hating each other. And like Israel committing a genocide, which causes, people on the other side to then, do terrorist acts because that's the only outlet they have. And it's just like, you guys are just being terrible. Why don't you just it's so much cooler, dude. Like, it's so much cooler in life. And, I have the privilege of being in the United States in the Bay Area, which is very diverse and stuff like that. There's a lot of privileges I have by being from here. Of course, we have a lot of violence and stuff that other countries don't have. We don't have health care. There's a lot of like third world things in the United States. We are not the most powerful, greatest country on earth, unfortunately. Well, we might be the most powerful, but that's for other reasons. But like, when it comes to the day-to-day of the citizens, there's a lot of things we're missing, and we're just told, though, but you're American, dude, you're awesome. And we're like, yeah, we're awesome. But yeah, there's a lot of privileges of being from a diverse place, and I get that. But like, the fact that I'm in the Bay Area and I can go to like a taqueria, and then I can go to like a neighborhood with a bunch of Vietnamese stuff, and then I can go to a neighborhood with a bunch of Indian stuff, and then I can go to a neighborhood with a bunch of whatever stuff, dude, and share these cultures, and like nobody hates each other, and we're just chilling. That's so much cooler than just hating someone just because they do things a little different. And it's like, my fairy tale is cooler than your fairy tale, and I want to kill you for it. Nah, dude. And it's just like, those of us who kind of evolved past that, evolved past the tribalism and all that, we're just like, we're handcuffed by these barbarians and cavemen. You know what I mean? And I was a barbarian and a caveman. It's taking a lot of work to get that out of me, And now my outlet is sports. So now I irrationally hate Dodgers fans and Cowboys fans and Lakers fans, right? But I keep it in the sport because otherwise, I love LA. I love Dallas. You know? He's got it figured out. Basically not TikTok, IG, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp. WhatsApp is part of it? Bondi. Sorry. I should know that. Team Bondi made LA Noir. They were based there. I think Rockstar Games killed their whole studio. So it was a Jewish Hanukkah event that had about 2,000 people, and it was father and son shooters. I saw that it was father and son, yeah. Best part of the Bay is its diversity. I agree with you. I feel fortunate that my friends group has always been very diverse. And, we had the type of friends group where we make fun of each other based on our, a lot of times in my friends group, I was the only white guy. So all the white people jokes would come right at me. And it's like there's a love there where it's like there's no hate, which is cool, but not everyone can do that, But dude, like just thinking about going through San Francisco and the different neighborhoods and the different types of foods and different cultures, like, oh, there's the Chinese New Year's parade, there's the whatever festival over here of this culture, and like you can share that and you can enjoy it and appreciate it and you can smile at each other and shake hands. Like, why can't everyone do that? Like, why can't Israel see Palestinians as human beings and stop trying to genocide them? And it of course there's Palestinians that just hate Jewish people irrationally too. But right now, Israel has the power and we are bankrolling that. As Americans, our tax money is going to committing a genocide, and we just have to like live with it. Nothing we can do. Right? I'm over here hoping that I get a Dom DiMaggio bobblehead to go with my Joe DiMaggio. All these children don't get to enjoy a future because of made up differences, like made up, just completely, just based on fairy tales. People feel like they have the divine right to kill people. And here I am just wishing Latrell Sprewell and the Warriors would make up so that we could get a Latrell Sprewell bobblehead. That's the world, folks. That's the world. I'm radical, dude. I'm radical. All right? Some of the best people I ever knew, some of the best people were considered illegal immigrants. And we're just going to rip them away and just hurt them and vilify them and dehumanize them because they were born on the side of an imaginary border that doesn't really matter unless you're filthy rich. He's going off, folks. He's radical. The kid's radical. Guess what, dude? I'm a sweetie pie, dude, and I love, and I'll fight for that love, dude. Well, how did I even start this? Weren't we just talking about cucumbers a moment ago? For president, dude? I'll be president, dude. I'll be president. I'll go right up to Putin and be like, what's up, dude? What's up? What's up with you? What's up with you? That's what I tell Putin at the G6 or 7. Which is it now? Is it G6 because Russia's not involved? Something like that. I go right up to Putin, though. Be like, dude, what's up with you, dude? Hey, what's up? Let me talk to you for a second. What's up with you? Get out of Ukraine, dude. Stop it. Hey, stop. Hey, knock it off, dude. That's what I would do. Knock it off, Vladdy. You're not half the man Vladimir Guerrero was. You couldn't hit 230, dude. You couldn't hit 230 in the bigs. I don't even know if you could hit 200 in the bigs, dude. Crazy as radical to advocate for kids not dying. I know, right? I mean, when I say radical, it's really tongue in cheek because it's not radical. It's only radical to the people in this country who, the rich people have convinced that the other poor people are the problem. Dude, because these are my people, and this is my land, or whatever. And this is my country, and this is where I stand, and some, and I hate people that are different from me, and I'm tough. Look, dude, you know what's funny? The amount of videos. I'll get off this, dude. Look, I didn't mean to go down this road. I haven't been talking politics a lot lately, but the amount of people I see on like TikTok who play that song or songs like it, and they're like blue collar workers. They're working in oil fields or like construction or something. And they're like making TikTok videos saying how noble and how hard they work and how they have to pay for people's benefits, just going to work so I can pay for lazy people's benefits. And it's like, you dumb. You dumb, dude. I saw one where the guy he's working in an oil field and he was hating on McDonald's workers. It's like, just going to the oil field so I can pay for benefits of McDonald's burger flippers. You dumb. You let the rich people convince you that the problem is the McDonald's workers, while Elon Musk is about to become a trillionaire and he's laid off hundreds of thousands of workers, dude. Facebook just laid off 17,000 workers, and Mark Zuckerberg's whole net worth goes up. And you dummies let them convince you that the McDonald's burger flippers are the problem. You idiot. That's your ally. You dummy. He's radical, folks. What can you say? He's radical. I just want the best for everybody. Someone say the shooter lived names with Google 12 times in Israel the day before the attack. What? That is wild. It is weird timing. It's weird timing, I'll say that. You ever check out Gary Vee? Talks about content creation. So Gary Vee, like I'll see some of his videos come up and I'll listen, yeah. But I don't actively follow him. And I can't remember why, but something really rubbed me the wrong way about some of the things he does. But he does, yeah, he's definitely inspiring and has some good ideas. But so a lot of those people, it's very like they're speaking from a place of like tremendous luck or privilege or a combination of both. So they're just telling people, just get rich, dude. Yes, what are you doing? What are you doing sitting around? Just go buy this, sell that, and then you're rich. What are you doing? And there's a funny TikToker that responds, or he like duets and stitches these videos, because this guy will be like, if you took away all my money, you just gave me $5,000. Here's what I'd do. I'd take that $5,000. I'd go to the bank. I would get a loan for $50,000. And I'd buy a house and blah, blah, blah. And I'd flip that house. Then I'd buy another house. And then the guy will stitch and be like, why don't you just buy 5 houses? Why not 50 houses? Why are you stopping there? Why don't you get 1,000 houses? Just go buy 1,000 houses. So a lot of those people, it's not that it's bad advice. It's just that advice doesn't work for the average person a lot of times. Not Gary Vee in general, but a lot of those. G8, but now it's the G7. Okay, I was thinking it was the G7, now it's the G6. But I just realized when you said that, I'm thinking of the jet. I'm thinking of the jet plane. Kids got jet planes on the mind, folks. People don't realize they're closer to being homeless than being one of these billionaires. It all boils down to class. Absolutely. That's what is always funny to me when, a football player kneels for the anthem or whatever, and they're like, these rich crybabies, like they're millionaires. And it's like, yeah, they're so much closer to being flat broke than being a billionaire. Like the old saying, what's the difference between a billionaire and a millionaire? About $1 billion. Do you have any historical favorite presidents, Teddy or FDR? Dude, I almost wore my Teddy Roosevelt hat today. I will say this. There's figures I definitely admire, but in context, in perspective, because everybody is flawed. So there's not a lot of heroes out there. Not a lot of heroes in the world. I love Teddy. I love a lot of the things he did. FDR, I loved his social policies for the most part, but the anti Japanese stuff sucked, and there was a couple other things he did that sucked, but he definitely did a lot for the country and the middle class. So I like FDR, but in context, like I said, JFK would be the same thing. RFK, not the new version, but the original version of RFK, I thought was pretty cool because he started from immense privilege, and over time he learned more, he connected with more people, and he took in new information, and became a hell of a young politician before he was killed. I do have a photo of John Lewis on my wall, so I like John Lewis. I have a photo of Sitting Bull on my wall. The kid's radical. Yeah, but for a lot of presidents, presidents are so highly flawed because our country is so flawed and our system is so flawed. Like I said, there's no heroes. I really like Obama, but I think you have to be critical of your elected officials regardless of how you feel, because you can be enchanted. A lot of people are enchanted, the cult of personality, so whoever their guy is or their gal, they just can't see past anything else. And so, I think Obama's a tremendous, incredible, intelligent person. I didn't agree with him on everything he did. But you still got to be critical. I mean, he's not in office now, but like when he's in office, I'm still critical of him. I think you got to be that way. And like I said, there's no heroes. We're all flawed. There's no messiahs. There's no one person that's going to save us. I'm a big Tupac fan. He did a lot of stupid stuff too. There's no heroes, man. Downtown Disney stinks. Yeah, it does. It does. I already talked about that, but yeah, some of the new construction is very generic, and it doesn't make me happy. It doesn't make me happy at all. Gary Vee is so delusional, he thinks that one day he's going to be able to buy the jets. That's how high he is. But so here's what I like about that, Paul. I do like that he's just like a go for it. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. And I like those figures. I was a big Walt Disney fan because he had his vision and he chased it and he went after it and he fought tooth and nail. And what a lot of people confuse the conglomerate of Disney and how big it is now and how corporate it is and how profit driven it is and how it's been. They confuse that with Walt Disney's era, and it wasn't like that at all. Walt Disney literally had to put his own house, his own family house, on the line for Disneyland because people didn't believe in the idea. He wasn't this super rich profit motive driven guy. In fact, his brother was the business guy. Roy was the business guy, and he constantly had to talk Walt off the cliff because Walt wanted to do some crazy thing, and Roy's like, we don't have the money for that. And Walt had his own flaws. He was a capitalist, and his whole thing was like with his animators and stuff. He was like, but we're doing something cool. Like, you don't think this is cool? And it's like, people were like, yeah, it's cool, but like, we also want to be compensated fairly, And it took him a while also to be open to women in the workplace. In his animation studio, they would just do like the painting of like the animation cells. And it took a while for them to break through to like the more important roles, but eventually they did. And Walt actually kind of softened up as well. And Walt hired Floyd Norman, the first black animator, like the first major black animator in a studio. And Walt hired him personally. There was a lot of cool progressive things about Walt Disney. Unfortunately, one of them was not you know, being more sensitive to some things. But what am I talking about? My point is, yeah, Walt Disney was crazy. He was a dreamer. He's a go-getter. So I appreciate that about Gary Vee. He has that kind of mindset. But again, a lot of his stuff is not. It's not. What's the word? It's not usable to a lot of people. And that, honestly, I feel like that way about most of the online motivational speakers, especially the finance guys, the finance bros. They're just, a lot of them are just grifters. They're trying to sell a course. They're trying to do this and that. And they make getting rich sound so easy. They make it sound so easy, and it's not. You know, it's like the rich kids who are like, oh yeah, I built this company from the ground up. Now it's a success. And it's like, well, how'd you start it? You'd be like, oh, my parents gave me $300,000 to start it. It's like, oh, well, there you go. There you go. You know, that's why I was never a big fan of Kanye's music, honestly. Like, it was fine, but I never got the hype of his music. But before his, like, mental illness really took a toll, I loved how crazy he was about his artistic vision. He was just like, I want to do it this way, and I believe in this. I love that aspect of him. Unfortunately, it just kept going. Kept going, kept building. Some point you gotta reel it in. You gotta reel it in, you know? But yeah. I don't know what I'm talking about, folks. He's yammering. The kid's yammering. Anyone have good recommendations of like easy Christmas things I can go check out in the Bay Area and just do a quick like Christmas video? I just want to do a Christmas thank you video, show some cool stuff, and just do like a little quick vlog. I know there's the place, the street in San Carlos. That's cool. I went there last year. I've gone the last couple years. The yammering was good though, dude. I thank you so much. You know, I work hard on my yammering. I work hard on it. I practice. I look in the mirror and I yammer. I yammer away, dude. And it's like, you know, you talk about these people like Aiden Ross and stuff. They do not have 3 McDonald's gift cards sitting there while they're live streaming. So who's really doing it? Who's really out there doing it? Would you rather watch Aiden Ross talk about nothing, or watch a young man with 3 McDonald's gift cards in his hand? Like, you tell me, dude. If that's your style, if that's your dude, more power to you, dude. Go enjoy it. But I'm here for the real ones. I'm here for the ones that are totally just, you know, they get it. I'm here for the people that get it. And here's the thing. Here's the real deal. Because I'm here for the people that see those 3 gift cards. They see those 3 gift cards in my hand, and they inherently know. They know off the bat, I know the kid's got 4 of them. I know the kid's got 4 of them. And they know that I won't let them down. That's what I'm here for, dude. That's what I'm here for. I'm not dropping out of the race, dude. I'm here for the long haul. Is the Christmas wheel coming out again this year? Oh, I forgot about that. That was fun. Dude, my brother is going to be here. I don't really have anything to give away, and I'm incredibly broke. I'm in dire financial straits, so I don't know. But that was fun. I forgot about that. Cookouts on Christmas Day. Have you done a video of Christmas in the Park? I haven't, but I feel like Christmas in the Park is a bigger video, and I just needed to do something quick. Because I unfortunately don't have time to do like a full cool video. But maybe. Represent the people out here. That's what I'm saying. Used to eat Macca's multiple times a week. I think it's been nearly 3 years, dude. Go get some McDougal's, dude. Isaac says, I will be there for the Willie bobblehead for the 2026 bobblehead and the Brandon Belt Celebration Day Aloha shirt. I might go get the Devils or the Devers. Go Sharks. Yeah, I went through all the giveaways earlier. But yeah, that's fun, dude. I would want the Willie Adames bobblehead the most, but we'll see. You have some autographs on baseball you can give away? No, I don't. No, I don't. I do have some McDonald's gift cards I can give away, though. Dude, if even just a tiny percentage of the world found me as 20% as funny as I find myself, I would be selling out arenas. But instead, I'm here in my little dining room nook of my apartment that is filled with ants and upstairs neighbors that don't care about my mental health. Just yammering away, dude. Even just a percentage. Instead, I'm sitting here and I just had 16 viewers. Now I'm down to 5 in about 1 minute. Oh, it just went back up to 9. Thank you. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate you. I'd be selling out arenas if they understood. Go watch Train Dreams. You'll get it then. Okay? Watch Train Dreams. Tremendous film on Netflix now. Gift cards took me back when I was a kid, and when you got player of the match, you got a Macca's award that got you a free meal. Oh, that's cool. You have some Buster Posey batting gloves to give away. You know, hey, Bay Area throwbacks, doors that way. The Nook Studio, yeah. The ants are back, dude. The ants never left, dude. The ants love it here, dude. The ants are in here having a ball. The ants come marching in. And there's nothing for them to eat. They were in my sink. I don't know if they want the water. I did a little garbage disposal bomb, so I don't know if there's food in there still. I've tried to clean it. I have a package of the garbage disposal bombs. I do them occasionally. So I don't know if they're like trying to go in there to get the thing, but there's nothing there, dude. And now they're just crawling all over my sink after I just had the traps out for a month already. And then I had the traps in the bathroom because they're in the bathroom. So water? What is it, dude? Is my neighbors just like, do they have just piles of garbage and they're just like right on the other side of the wall? Or what's going on? And so I put the traps in the bathroom on one side, and then they all eat. They come feast. They get the poison. They take the poison back to the thing. I saw a queen. I killed the queen. I'm sorry. I'm a kingslayer. I killed the queen. They still keep coming. They finally stop. Guess what I do? I keep the traps out for another like 5 days to a week because it's like, well, there might be stragglers, right? Nothing. So guess what I do? I clean the traps up. I scrub the whole bathroom. I take up the rugs. I got the scrubber, dude. I'm scrubbing everything. I'm cleaning everything, clean it up. Guess what? More scouts coming. I see 3 of them in one day. A week later. So I put more traps out. Guess what? Thousands of ants coming back. Where'd you come from? I thought I killed y'all. But now you're back. And then they start slowing down a few days later. Yes, they feast for a few days on these traps. They feast for a few days everywhere. As soon as they start slowing down, all of a sudden I see them in the kitchen. Dude, the ants just coming in just... Is this where the party's at? We at the right residence? And there's not even food out. Like, what are you even eating, dude? I have to eat out every day because I'm scared to leave food in the kitchen. Are they getting DoorDash too? Who's ordering DoorDash for my aunts? And I'm not talking about my mom's sisters here. That was a good pun. Enjoy it. That one was free. That was a free one. You can take that. Trash, man. Always cold, looking like someone went WWE on my burger before they wrapped it. Now it's expensive. Oh, man. How do you know it's trash if you haven't been there in 3 years? Maybe they turned it around. He's crashing out. Don't stress my man. We're out here trying to survive. Had ants in my smoke detectors. Setting it up. What? They can do that? They have the technical capabilities? I just moved a few months ago. This new place has ants too. Same thing. Yeah, but you're in Australia, dude. Your ants will kill you. Your ants are packing heat. Dude, your ants... I was going to make a really bad joke. I'm not going to... Sorry. Too soon. Your ants are toxic probably, or they'll kill you. One bite might kill you, dude. You're Australia. All your bugs kill. You got those little... What are the little things? Little... sea creatures is like a little beautiful little shell, and then you touch it and it stabs you and you die in 5 minutes. Cool, Australia. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for showing up to the potluck. I'll take a little cool little shell where they shoot the little thing out and you're dead. Ants ordering on your account, dude. I gotta check my receipts because they're eating. I don't know what they're eating. Apparently they're eating better than me in my own place. I haven't made food in here. I mean, I reheated my Chinese leftovers, and there's nothing you can do about it. I reheated those, right? I just reheat food, but like I have not made food in my own kitchen for months and months besides reheating stuff because of these ants. So someone's feeding them, dude. Is there like a bird lady that sneaks in when I'm gone? Throws seed everywhere for the ant? I don't know. Go to the safer areas of Australia from wildlife, so Melbourne and Sydney. I'm not trying to die. What are you, Macca's influencer now? Yeah, they can not sponsor, but it can be. Macca's Australia might be looking to expand on the West Coast. Hit this man up. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying, dude. I wouldn't let you guys down. You knew I had 4. You knew I had 4. Don't play with me. What else do I got here? Let's see. What else do I got? I do have more Latrell Sprewell cards. These are worth way more than cash money. Way more. These might buy me a freaking Mercedes-Benz right here. Mercedes-Benz. Can't believe people watch this stream. At the same time, like, I can't believe people watch this stream. And at the same time, somehow, I'm like, why are more people not watching this stream? That's the human contradiction right there, folks. He spelled it out. He perfectly encapsulates it. That's the second time I've used the word encapsulates in this one stream. Aiden Ross ain't doing that, dude. Aiden Ross is not saying encapsulate 2 times in a stream. And now I've said it 4 times. I won't count those last 2, though. It doesn't count. Clock was stopped. Back up to 16 viewers. The kid's winning. Kid's winning, dude. I'm like Dennis Eckersley. Did Aiden has your favorite Twitch streamer has your favorite Twitch streamer ever grabbed a Dennis Eckersley bobblehead to demonstrate what he was doing? If so, dude, I'll take a few steps back. But I don't think it's ever happened. And that's why I keep winning. That's why I keep winning, folks. He's doing a whole spin. 360 right there. You're not getting that anywhere else. He's got a can opener. A bottle opener. Same thing, dude. It'll work. It works. It works. I get to see my niece and nephew next week. Maybe I'm a little happy. You know, I'm a little excited. Like even the plants mess you up there. Yeah. Wait. We have fire ants in some places, but not really around here. Way more crazy animals than insects, do we? We have poison ivy. Well, yeah. Batman is set. DC Comics is set in a fictional, American city. But did you hear about the car YouTuber that burned down his garage by putting his leaves in a plastic trash can? Be careful. I know I have heard that before though. Was it a chemical reaction when the leaves try to decompose or something? Or there's like pressure if you pile the leaves on top? I don't know. Even the plants mess you up there. There is some. Let me leave you guys with a fun story. Let me let me leave you guys with an uplifting, heartwarming story. There's a place on the peninsula, okay? About 20 miles south of San Francisco. There is a place called Water Dog Lake. Okay? It's a little lake in the hills, and there's a couple trails that go out to it. And it's a little dingy little lake. It's not like a beautiful lake or anything like that. There's a little, I think it's a dam. So it might be a man-made lake. It might be like a reservoir. I don't know. Actually, that'd be good to look into. But there's like a little dam and some runoff pipes that go down this hill. And I used to go out to Water Dog Lake with my father. He used to like going to hike out there. Probably because, he could go smoke his weed or whatever while we were on the trail. And if we had dogs, we'd bring the dogs and they go run. One funny thing is we had this pit bull and a black lab. Black lab was Philo. He was my noble steed. I love him to death. The pit bull was awesome too. It was Sugar. Was it Sugar or Sunny? I can't remember on this trip. But anyways, I think it was Sugar. Sugar ran down this hill and jumped in the water. She loved the water. Philo didn't like the water as much, but he ran down the hill out of excitement, jumped in the water with Sugar, and immediately jumped back out, very upset. Anyway, so we go to Water Dog Lake. We walk out there. I think Water Dog Lake was also the location of one of the Golden State Killer or one of the serial killers abducted someone from there. So it was kind of notorious because of that. But on the other side of this little dam from the lake, you can walk into this ravine, and it was like a trail, but it wasn't a well-used trail, so it was very difficult to get through some parts. And deep in there was like an old car that was rusted out and whatnot, had been there for decades and decades. And while we were going that way, we didn't always go into the ravine, but this one time we went into the ravine. There was a plant that we saw in there, and it's called a stinging nettle. Okay, some of you may have heard of a stinging nettle. It's got these leaves, and the leaves look like fuzzy. It looks like velvet, kind of, right? And if you touch it, it stings you very bad. Little tiny microscopic little spears go into you. So my dad grabbed me by the wrist, grabbed one of the leaves, said, "Come here." And he said, "Bink." And he hit on my hand with the leaf. Boom. I was about 8 years old. Boom. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Ouchie, 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 right? The name, you know what I thought at that moment? I said, they really nailed this name. The stinging nettle? Dude, you guys are batting 1,000 here. Good job, whatever ologists name this. Heck of a job, dude. That's what I thought. The son of a gun stings. What can you say? Hey, do you hear that? Yeah. They called it the stinging nettle. Sure enough. And then he said, he's like, now you know what it feels like, and now you know not to touch it. The old classic, you touch the oven once to learn not to touch it again type thing, right? which I had also done as a kid. I put my hand on the oven. My whole hand bubbled up like a blister. The oven door was open. I was like 2 years old. That's cool. So anyways, that's my stinging nettle story. I hope it was enthralling. Hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the type of childhood that we went through. Some of you guys were here when that was on full display on a Sunday night live stream about a year ago. We have some crazy things too. You have animals, we don't, and vice versa. Yeah, for sure. Gotham Metropolis, sister cities in DC Universe, and they're supposed to be located in Delaware. I think the thing you were talking about before is a blue ring octopus. Look cool, will kill you and 30 people in 25 minutes. Yeah, I think so. They have like a little shell with like a swirl on it, I think. And chitification mean? Shot Simple, you know I love you, dude. So I will explain this for the third time this stream. In chitification, it's this, change the C to an S, but I don't cuss on here. I try not to. I cuss in real life. I try not to on here if I can help it. Last year when I had my crash out because so-and-so showed up in my chat, you heard me cuss. But change it to an S, and chitification. It's basically, and I misspelled it too. Nobody told me that. Thanks for looking out for me, guys. Thanks. You guys let me go on live TV with a booger in my nose. I don't like spelling errors. I'm a big spelling guy, big grammar guy, and you guys let me make a fool of myself this whole stream. It is a term that means basically private equity and stuff will just ruin something for profit motive. So that's when that was supposed to be when I was talking about Portos at Downtown Disney and how all these places become generic for profit motive. And I didn't go in the full thing I was going to say, but that was what it is. You have stinging nettles too. There you go. Yeah, that's it. So shout out, to everyone who had a father that grabbed you by the wrist and stung you with a plant in a ravine with a burned out 57 Chevy next to you. That a notorious serial killer stabbed someone to death on the trail. I appreciate you guys. I'll be here next week, and then I'm going to Alcatraz. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna film anything. I'll see. And then I'll be at the Niner game December 28th against the Bears, and then Buffalo first week of the new year. I appreciate you guys. Love you so much, very dearly, with my entire heart and soul. Okay. Thanks for coming out. Join the Discord, please, if you have not. We have a good time, dude. We have a ball, dude. We have a ball. You can do video chat on there, and last night, all of a sudden, it was super late. I'm like, what is all these people in the video chat doing? I checked in, dude. Bay Area Throwbacks and Angel were like going back, showing their collections and stuff. Like, what the heck? What the heck? So join the Discord. We have a good time. Other than that, peace, love, opportunity. Like, subscribe, share, do all the cool things cool kids do. Something or other tours, not variety. Vertlife. Love you. Shirts coming soon, hopefully. We're working on something. We're getting it done.